Well, welcome back to Poolside Games. It is 2023. It's been quite busy at work. It's been a little while before I got to a video. Actually, I made a video, accidentally deleted everything while editing. Going back through, decided wasn't happy with it. I was going to reshoot it. So I know it's been a while since I've had anything out. I'm finally getting around to trying to get it done. Sorry for that if you've been waiting for the video. Just a lot going on around the holidays and with work recently. But here it is. I just wanted to go back through and do something a little different for 2023 as it is here and go over some games that I have been playing in the last, 3-6 months that I like playing through, enjoyed some of them quite a bit. Not everything I play shows up on the channel. So I just wanted to go through some games that I've played through that I didn't do videos on and just go through with you guys some of the stuff I've played recently and my thoughts on it. So we're going to start off with some PS3 games that I've picked up more recently and played through and what I thought. Starting with the X-Men Origins Wolverine game. I really like playing through this game. It's a lot of fun. It is brutal and violent. It is definitely an M-rated game. So if you're used to some of the other X-Men games that are more teen, this is definitely, I was a little surprised when I first started playing. I knew it was M, but it is pretty, like I said, it's pretty brutal and violent, but the game was a lot of fun to play through. I did really like playing it. So if you want to play through a Wolverine game that feels like the comics, it was a really fun game, but as I said, just keep that in mind for younger kids about the violence, but very fun. So the next game I want to talk about is a 007 game, Bloodstone. I like this game. It was a lot of fun going through. There's 3 James Bond games on the PS3. This was the one I didn't have, so I found it and picked it up recently. There's also Quantum of Solace, which I really liked. I'd have to play through it again. I'm not sure if I liked Quantum of Solace or Bloodstone more. But Bloodstone does star Daniel Craig and is a unique Bond story. So it is a 007 story that is completely unique to itself, not based on anything else. So that was really cool going through like a completely new story and everything. But I liked it. I liked the game. I thought it was a lot of fun. The other James Bond game, and I might go over all these in a PS3 video at some point, is 007 Legends. That one I had a harder time getting into. I loved the idea of it. Again, they used Daniel Craig as the model for James Bond, but it goes through a bunch of previous James Bond adventures. And I don't remember all of them. GoldenEye, Die Another Day, I think's on there. Some of the more well-known stories, but you're as Daniel Craig and you're going through all of these classic films. So it was a really cool concept. I seem to not like the gameplay that well, so I didn't get that far. But I really loved the idea and should probably go back and try to get into it again. So next we're going to move on to some Switch games I've been playing recently. Starting with The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. I was a huge fan of Link's Awakening when it came out on the Game Boy. It was my favorite Game Boy game. It was amazing that they had a complete Zelda adventure on the Game Boy. It didn't feel watered down or anything. It was a lot of fun. I really liked it. So it's a very good game. And they did a really good job with redoing the games. That is very much the original game, which then was redone as the Link's Awakening DX on the Game Boy Color, added a few things. So this is like the DX version with more content added, and they just redid the music and graphics, but this just the exact same game. But it was a lot of fun to go back to. I thought they did a really good job with updating it and had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, that was a very good game. Next is Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread was great. It's my favorite Metroid game. I really liked playing through it. I like Metroid. I really liked Super Metroid, Metroid Zero Mission, or some of my favorite games on those systems, on the Super Nintendo and the Game Boy Advanced. I liked Fusion, but Metroid Fusion was a very different style game. It was more linear and less just the open world exploration like the other ones. And it seemed like they took everything from the story of Fusion and the more of the exploration and stuff, and took everything and put it together in this game. And it was great. I loved exploring. I actually went through and I was playing with my son and we 100% completed the game. We found everything. We did everything in the game. And it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it was probably my favorite Metroid game. And so if you like 2D style Metroid, like I said, like Zero Mission or Super Metroid, you should really like this one. It is an excellent game. I would highly recommend playing it. One of my favorite Switch games that I've ever played and my favorite Metroid game. All right, so last I've been playing currently The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. This originally came out on the Wii, and I never played it on Wii. I did get the Switch version, and I'm currently playing it. I haven't finished it. I liked what I played so far. I'm not that far in. I think I finished 2 of the temples. I'm not sure how long the game is, but yeah, I finished 2 of the temples. I am enjoying what I played. It is a little interesting trying to get used to the sword combat as it was originally put out for the Wii, but that's okay. I'm still enjoying it a lot. I'm getting used to how it plays and everything. So maybe I'll come back and let you guys know what I think when I finish it. I am currently going through it, but so far I've really enjoyed it. Moving on, we're going to go over a bunch of the PS4 games I've been playing recently. We're going to start with Days Gone. I love Days Gone. So I know it had some reviews that were not great, but I completely disagree with that. I really like this game. It's on my top 10 PS4 games and should be played. It is an M-rated game, so keep that in mind. But I really liked it. And it might have helped that going into this game, I didn't know anything about it. I picked it up because I knew it was a Sony exclusive that was a post-apocalyptic style game. I usually like those kind of games. It was a Sony, it was just on PlayStation, so I was like, well, I should try it. And I really liked it. It had such great world building, and the characters didn't seem flat at all. Like, you were very drawn to certain characters and not others. And they all have a very unique way of looking at how they're trying to survive in this post-apocalyptic world. So there's definitely different groups and different camps you can go to, and you'll feel like more of a kinship with some of the camps than others, just because of the way it's written. And some of the characters you really agree with them, and you really like certain characters. It has a really great story. I liked the story, and I thought it was a good story. But I also like the way the story was put together. There's points of the game where you go back and you kind of see what happened previous. They don't throw it all at you all at one time, but I like the way they did it. If you've played the game, there's a spot where you keep going back to at the beginning of the game where you have flashbacks and remembering back to how it happened before. And I thought that was really well done. I don't know if they're doing another one, but I would definitely pick it up. Like I said, I really liked the game. I got into it. I started, by the end, I was trying to collect everything, finish everything. So I did pretty much everything in the game. Had so much fun playing it. So yeah, great game. If you like post-apocalyptic games, survival games, zombie games, yeah, it's great. So as I said, I didn't know anything really about it going in and ended up really liking it. Okay, so next we'll talk about a series that's been around for a while, but I haven't played any of them till recently. And that is Super Monkey Ball, and I picked up Banana Mania. And it is interesting. You don't control the ball. You're controlling a monkey that's in a ball trying to get through different levels, but you move the level around. You tilt the level to roll the ball. And it's been really fun so far. I think I'm on the 4th world. I've enjoyed what I've played of it. I got it cheap and just thought I would give it a shot. But I've enjoyed what I've played. So yeah, if you haven't played Super Monkey Ball, it is worth picking up. I thought it was a pretty fun game so far and have enjoyed it. Okay, so this came out a while ago, and I just more recently picked it up. But that would be the Pac-Man Museum Plus. So Pac-Man Museum Plus is 14 original Pac-Man games. Now, there's not like Miss Pac-Man or Pac Jr. or anything like that on here. There is a nice blend of arcade and console games on here. So you get to play some of the arcade games, Super Pac-Man, the original Pac-Man, of course, Pac-Land, and I wasn't familiar with all the games. And then you got to play console versions, so there's a lot to play here. I found playing through some of the games I really liked, and some of them I didn't like so much. But I picked it up for like maybe $15, so it was absolutely worth it because I thought there was a lot here. I'll probably go back there at some point and do a video showcasing each of the games just because it was a lot of fun to see all the games on here. Okay, the next two games I want to talk about are Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales. So the reason I've been playing these recently is I played Spider-Man like years ago back when it came out. And then Miles Morales came out and I picked that up a few months ago. And I played through it a couple times. And I really enjoyed playing through it, but I didn't feel like I liked it as much as the original Spider-Man. And I had never bought any of the DLC for Spider-Man when it came out. So I went through, bought the DLC because it was on sale, and was like, yeah, I want to play back through this. So I started Spider-Man again from the beginning, played through the entire game and all of the DLC. And yeah, both games are great, but I think I like the original one a little more. I really like playing through both of them, though. Definitely a staple of the Sony systems right now. If you have a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, I would highly suggest playing these. They are great games. They do play a lot like the Arkham games, but it worked for me. I felt that that style game worked for what they were doing. I really liked it. One of my favorite superhero games ever made. Great game. So I would suggest both of them. They're both a lot of fun. So the last game on the PS4 that I'm going to talk about is, well, actually, it's not the last game. Well, you'll see. So anyway, the game I'm currently playing on the PlayStation 4, which came out quite a while ago, and I was interested in it when it came out because of it being, well, so it's Infamous Second Son. And I really liked Infamous and Infamous 2 on the PS3. So I was interested in playing this when it came out. But for somehow, I never picked it up. There was always other stuff going on, other games I was playing. And finally, I found it cheap, so I picked it up. And as you might notice, I've mentioned cheap several times in this video because I like cheap games. I don't usually like going out and spending $60 or $70 on a video game when I could wait for it to come down in price and get quite a few more games. So a lot of times I will wait and get used stuff just because it's a lot less money. That aside, I finally got Second Son. This is what I'm currently playing on my PS4, but so far I'm having a lot of fun with it and have enjoyed it. If you've played the other Infamous games or you've played this, you'll know it's a lot of fun to play through. I've liked it. So not done yet, but it's very much Infamous and it's a lot of fun. So the last two games I want to talk about. And that's why I kind of got earlier with the PS4 saying the last one. So that's what I'm currently playing. But the last two games I want to talk about both came out this year. And I have spent a lot of time playing these. And that would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Shredder's Revenge, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection. So if you like turtles, these games are awesome. So, as you may know, the Shredder's Revenge came out over the summer. And when it came out, I downloaded it on the PS4 and played it a lot. So I played this a bunch over the summer. I beat it several times, probably 5 or 6 times now. And it's a great multiplayer game. I've played it 4-player going through it several times and really liked it. It has so many features, so much going on. I really like the way it was set up. Anyone can pick this up and play it. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I can't recommend this game enough. This is my favorite game that came out in 2022. And I loved it. As you can see, I downloaded the PS4 version. Then I got the physical version on Switch. And yeah, play it. It's great. So then Cowabunga, the Cowabunga collection, is a collection of old Ninja Turtles games. There's a lot here. It's a great collection. So you have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade, and Turtles in Time, the arcade. So there's 2 arcade games featured on here. Then there's the 3 Nintendo games, which was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles the arcade game, and the Manhattan Project. There's Turtles in Time from the Super Nintendo, Hyperstone Heist from the Genesis, the 3 Game Boy games, which was Fall the Foot Clan. Well, anyway, a bunch of games, including like every version of Tournament Fighter. So you can play Tournament Fighter on the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Genesis on here. So many games to play. So I will be doing a video before long on Turtles just because, yeah, it needs to be gone over. We need to go more depth into all these games. It is so cool. But that is it. Those are the games I've been playing recently, including my favorite game of the year, as I said, Shredder's Revenge. If you haven't played it, pick it up, give it a try, find a friend who has it. Great game to play, great multiplayer game. 4-player couch co-op is awesome. So that is it for this video. That's everything I've been going through. I'm hoping to get some more videos out before long. Hope you guys have enjoyed. As always, thank you for watching.